Welcome back to HD Racing and the Rally Adventure DLC in Forza Horizon 5 with a new and perfectly fitting vehicle for this DLC. This car was just added to Forza Horizon 5 and it's the 1995 Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 3. A car that was one of the cars that really defined rally racing in the 90s. So what better car to take for this rally adventure? So we're gonna do that today. If you don't know, this car is or was able to be unlocked. It depends on when this video comes out, in the summer season in the festival playlist and with just 20 points, so quite easy to get. I just unlocked it and thought this is the perfect car to continue on with our rally adventure here. So we're gonna do that. Right now it's still stock, but we are going to upgrade it later on to make it a better fit for rally, and it has some really cool upgrades. I already did a little bit of a peek, some really cool stuff that you can do with this car. And yeah, as I said, it's one of the iconic rally cars of the 90s, which is no surprise. This platform is quite good, and Mitsubishi really, with this car, with this series of cars, really did quite a lot to make Mitsubishi a force to be reckoned with in the rally environment. So we're just gonna go for a road race for our first one, since it's stock and we don't have any rally tires on, and we are gonna upgrade the car afterwards, and you're gonna be able to see that, yeah, as I said, there's some nice stuff that we can do and quite cool and iconic stuff. I really like it. So I hope you will enjoy this as well. Let me know in the comments, as always, what you want to see, and if you also have tried the car out, let me know. As I said, would really like to know what you think, and also what things you want to see, both here in Forza Horizon, the Rally DLC, and generally. Always love to hear your feedback. Well, let's for now try and focus on this race. Not quite sure if we can win this one with a stock car. I did not do any fine-tuning either, so just gonna have to see, and I'm definitely already overdriving the car a little bit here. Need to be a little bit more careful. Can't slam into all walls here. So let's try to use the brake a little bit more. Quite understeery in this kind of setup, but I think we should be able to do fine if I can concentrate on driving. And actually the brakes are not that great. I would have expected the car to slow down a little bit more there. But yeah, as I said, we are going to do some upgrading to also make it a great fit for the rallies that are more on the dirt and sand surfaces, which we have quite a lot of in this. Maybe you also get to progress to some of the, can you call it boss races in this? There are some races that you need to unlock, which is basically the characters here of Forza Horizon 5, that you can race against them. At least it looked like it. As I said, I haven't played the rally expansion yet, shame on me, but I'm progressing. Maybe you saw the first video. If not, it's in the playlist that this video is a part of. I'm also gonna link it below. And I also, if you missed that, did a live stream. Was just a short one, but did a little bit of progress on that. So we did unlock some more stuff, like these road races. Okay. But yeah, so far really enjoying the rally expansion. I think it's one that I definitely should have done earlier, because it's just right up my alley. Like, it's super great for the slower cars, and we still have a little bit of a sharp turn coming up here. Okay, but that should hopefully be it. Hopefully we will also win this one. I'm still on the pro difficulty, so it's not super easy, I would say. But we actually managed to finish first this time. Yeah, and actually by quite a margin. So, well, we'll keep an eye on that. And yeah, always unlocking new stuff here.
Challenging this time, but you should be able to handle that, right?
Yeah, but I think we are not gonna do another road race. Instead, let's do some basic upgrades to this car to, well, see what we can do. Oh yeah, we need to go back to the festival, I guess. So let's just do that. And well, just as I said, just do some basic upgrades for now. And then later on, maybe we'll do a little bit more of a power build. Let's just see. As I said, I just did take a little bit of a peek into what was available, but I think there is still some room for experimentation for sure. So we can do some engine swaps for a V8, an inline 2.6 liter twin turbo, and what was this last one? Is the Turbo Rally. Okay. I think we're not going to do an engine swap right away. And drivetrains, okay, you can swap to rear wheel drive if you want that, but I mean, the Mitsubishi, like, this is a perfect all-wheel drive car. So here is the interesting stuff. You have quite a lot of interesting add-ons in terms of, well, the bodywork. And the first one is front bumper. This is just a Forza one. Let's also take a look at the other Forza one. It's this one, so that unlocks downforce tuning as well. But we also have this one. And that always looked super interesting to me. I'm not quite sure. It's not very aesthetically pleasing, but it looks rally. So I think we're going to just take that. Rear wing, we can of course do the Forza wing, not going to do that. And we also can just remove the wing completely, which I don't think we're going to do. I think we're just going to leave the standard wing. Side skirts, it's just mud flaps, as far as I can tell. Yeah, looks like it. Of course, we're going to use them. We are doing rally. And here on the hood, we also have some nice things, just Forza stuff, the rally lights, and also rally lights with some, I don't know what you call that on the roof. We also can just have that, or this one, the snorkel, I think you could call that. That's super cool, and yeah, really looks rally. So I think we're gonna just take that. And then, as I said, not gonna do like major upgrades here, but we are gonna take the rally tires. I mean, we are doing rally. Maybe just increase the tire width a little bit. Maybe not go fully crazy. Just something like that. And we can then also just put the tires a little bit more outward if we want to. Maybe just do that a little bit. And that should be it for the tires. And yeah, let's upgrade the clutch. That's always nice to have. Same for the transmission. Maybe let's just go for sport for now. So we don't need a race transmission necessarily. But then again, well, I think we probably should get a race transmission. Just makes sense for a rally car. And then we're gonna use the rally diff. Here it is. And I think I'm gonna upgrade brakes as well. Immediately go to race brakes. That just makes sense. Brakes weren't that great. And we are gonna use the rally suspension. I think, yeah, anti-roll bars as well. I'm already doing quite a lot of upgrades, but yeah, I think we still can do quite a bit more. Roll cage, obviously, for a rally car. And are we gonna make it lighter now? We could. Let's just maybe for now just do a little bit of weight reduction and then put some more power in, but not too much. Let's actually then see where are we at right now. We are 271 horsepower. Let's maybe go to like 350. That should be nice. Okay. 25. Just gonna use the standard parts here now. This is probably already too much. Yeah, 350. I think that's totally fine for now. Where are we in terms of class? We are at A772. So yeah, still quite tame, I would say. But that should be quite a good setup, hopefully, for our rally stuff. Might maybe do just a little bit of fine-tuning. I don't want to bore you with that, so I'm not going to do much. I'm just going to see maybe just a little bit more speed from the gearing. Gonna leave all of that and that as well. Yeah, and I think I'm just gonna make the car rotate a little bit more by using a little bit more of the all-wheel drive diff in the rear. But other than that, no, just maybe a little bit higher in the front. But other than that, that should actually not be bad. So let's try it out like this, and we'll see how it performs on an actual rally stage on like a dirt surface. So can I? Yeah, I can now fast travel here. So we are gonna do that. So I don't wanna waste a lot of time and actually do a couple of races. So let's see how this car performs now. Yeah, doesn't this already really look like a rally car? Quite cool, actually. So we'll see how it performs now. Definitely already can feel the added power. But how does it handle? So far so good, but we didn't really have any difficult corners yet. Oh yeah. Almost did brake too late. Almost missed the checkpoint as well. Wasn't too bad. But we are behind for now.
Medium left. Into hard right. Medium left. Easy right.
The car feels good though.
Easy left. Flat out.
Definitely already taking the bumps well and has a lot of grip here.
Medium right.
Maybe could use a little bit more power, but that's always something that you can say.
Then chicken. Medium right. Then surface change to sand.
Oh.
Medium right.
Yeah, if you're a little bit late on brakes, on sand you actually slide quite a bit.
Medium left.
It's also interesting that we have these sand rallies as well. Definitely a lot of bumps.
Crest.
That didn't seem too bad.
Medium right. Then bumps.
Always need to be careful to not miss the checkpoints.
Jump.
So far we are still ahead. That can still change.
Into jump, maybe.
So need to still focus.
Jump. Then easy right. Jump.
Yeah, this really feels like a rally stage with all those jumps as well.
Hard left.
Super cool.
Hard right.
And yeah, the car just really feels a lot like a rally car. That wasn't too great.
Bumps. Then medium right.
We didn't lose too much time there.
Jump. Medium left.
Yeah, it's super cool that this car has now been added to Forza Horizon. As I said, really iconic rally car. Something that maybe even should have been added when this expansion was released, but I mean, they probably have their reasons. But it's cool that they are still adding also older cars like this one. I find that really cool, and yeah, we actually finished first. Nice. So
Hey, more challenges. Horizon Raptors is running like clockwork. We've got this competition sewn up. I don't even need to know which of us would win in a race. Maybe I do.
okay, we do have 2 more races that we just unlocked, so maybe we will do one more and then do some more upgrading on the car. So let's start with this one.
Go! Easy left. Onto sand. Medium right.
As I said, this is pretty amazing that this rally expansion really focuses a lot on these kind of races without a lot of straights, I would call them, so that you actually can use a lot of the lower powered cars, both on dirt like this or also on road. I think that's something that they maybe should include in the next iteration of Forza Horizon. Just have more of these kinds of races in just the normal world as well. Or maybe that is something that I would really be happy about. Just connect the expansion worlds like this one to the main world. So yeah, I don't know how that would work. Maybe you just couldn't enter if you didn't buy it. Or maybe you could enter the area and just not do the races or something. I think they could figure something out. I would find that really cool if the areas of the main map and the expansions would be somehow connected. Because it's always been a little bit of a problem with the expansions. Some of them were really good and they just were kind of forgotten because, well, most parts of what you do, which is like festival playlist stuff and then some just open world racing, you do that on the main map, which is fine, but then these cool expansion worlds really can be forgotten, and that's a little bit of a shame. As I said, some of them are really cool, and I think this is one of them. Yeah, these races are just super cool to drive. And even in a car like this, which is like not even the top of A-class, it feels fast enough. Like, of course we can do a little bit more upgrades. I think I'm gonna try to make it top A-class. So A800. I think we can do that. But I don't think it needs more than that. Maybe we can do some optimization there. As I said, a little bit more power could be nice. Handling wise, it's pretty good. Not really much to complain about. And I think the rally tires are totally fine, even though we could probably also go for off-road tires if we're just doing these kinds of races. But I think I want to make this a more general rally car. So I think that's totally fine with the rally tires. So I guess let's see if we did unlock anything else. So far, no. So let's quickly head to the festival and do some more upgrading to maybe get this to the top of A-class. Okay, if we wanted to put in a lot more power, I think we would need to go for like the Forza splitter in wing, but I don't really want to do that, so I'm not gonna put in that much more power. I think tire-wise, we are pretty much fine. Like, we could go for more width here, and it doesn't really cost all that much, but I think it should be totally fine, so I'm just gonna leave. But maybe let's do a little bit more in the front to help the car have a little bit more grip there. I think the rears we're gonna leave as is. And now, yeah, I think here we also already did almost everything. We could do a little bit more weight reduction. That is probably not a bad idea. And then the rest we're gonna fill up with power. Could obviously go for the turbo, but yeah, that's gonna be too much power. So I think we are just gonna use the engine block. That could work, or the camshaft. Yeah, let's go for the camshaft, I guess. And then maybe just for the 1 PI that's left, just upgrade this flywheel. I'm not quite sure if the flywheel is really good for rally, but I mean, this is still Forza, so should be fine. So we are definitely losing some weight, gaining some more power. That should help us out. And also a little bit more grip in the front, which should also be quite helpful. So I don't think we're going to need to do anything in terms of tuning. Gearing is still fine, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. Felt good. And we're just gonna head to the next race. So let's see for this next one if the added power will actually help us or if it's gonna be a hindrance. And this seems to be more of a road focused. Well, I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's just the start that's more on road. I hope we will get some dirt or something like that as well, because I feel like the car definitely feels a lot better there. And especially on this wet road, it's a little bit slidey. But I think we can still manage, hopefully. Second place for now, but we still got a long way to go. As I said before, just also the length of these races, just perfect for an Horizon style rally. Okay, now we will have a hard ride. Am I too late? Well, a little bit, but we're still okay. And now we are also on dirt, which is nice. Did I get that checkpoint? Barely. Just by hitting the wall I was able to even keep the car kind of on the road here. Yeah, but it's just so enjoyable. I really, yeah, as I said, enjoy this.
Easy left. Crest into easy right.
Just super cool and fun.
Medium left. Surface change to asphalt. Medium left.
Let's see here.
Crest. Medium right. Into jump maybe. Hard left. Into medium right. Hairpin
Super
right.
difficult to get the car stopped on road here.
Flat out. Into jump maybe.
Yeah, I should have used the handbrake a little bit more there.
Hard left. Flat out.
Okay. We are still ahead, which is nice.
Easy left. Hairpin left. Hard
Weird
right.
hairpin, but okay.
Crest. Hairpin right. Medium left.
With a little bit more handbrake, a little bit easier to take as well. That actually didn't feel that bad. Like, even though I think this car is more made for the off-road stuff, it still performs pretty good on road. And we managed to get first here. Nice. So let's see if we did unlock some new stuff, or if we maybe actually unlock the final race. That would be interesting.
You twisted my arm.
Yes, we did.
Everyone at Horizon Raptors wants to know who's the better rally driver, you or me. So, purely for posterity, we're doing this. Hurry up and get to the start line, will you?
So yeah, I guess we'll do that one. So
And last but not least,
okay.
time to sign up with the
We
remaining
can
team.
unlock another team, so I will do that.
It's time, my friend. Time to learn who is the real jefe of Grid Reapers and Sierra Nueva.
Okay.
Don't worry, you can have time to build your reputation and win your races first.
Maybe these are the more street racing focused, so with traffic, I'm not quite sure.
Let's
And drift
give this
zones,
a try.
okay.
If people like it, I can put on more events. Maybe
We're
they'll
gonna take a
even
look
want
at
to see
those
you in a
at a
race,
later
though.
time.
Just to prove
Also
this is a
might do
very
another live stream. All depends if I have time, but yeah, I think Rally Adventure just really lends itself well to live streaming. So I think we are gonna do that at some point again.
You're going down, mate.
And yeah, for this race, I'm not quite sure if we... Okay, we have another car that we need to take here. So don't have a choice this time. And I have to say, I'm not a big fan of these off-road buggies, I think you could call them. Let's see how these things drive and if we can actually... Oh, this is a cross-country race or what? Okay. So this is gonna be interesting. I was really expecting some kind of rally race here, but it definitely is not. I mean, I guess it's Forza, they gotta have their cross-country races in as well. So I have to say I'm not the biggest fan of cross-country in these things. Like, so far at least, it didn't tip over on me, but that can always quite easily happen, I feel like. Just if you hit one of these jumps wrong and, well, the car just tilts to one side, then you can quite easily lose it. And there's a lot of jumps, and I definitely misaimed that. And got overtaken for it, so let's try to catch up to him again. Oh boy, not the greatest student here. And yeah, this is what I mean. If your car starts tipping over like that, kind of difficult to catch that. I mean, probably almost impossible most of the time. We are quite far behind now. Let's see if we can somehow catch up. I want to just take the corner really narrow, but even with a little bit of handbrake, didn't manage to get that. And oh no, I'm really off course. Yeah, I can't really do it like this. It's always a problem. Once you start rewinding it, sometimes just you are in the rewind loop. Sorry for that. Let's try to do this a little bit better this time. Something like that maybe, even though I'm still super wide. And this guy is fast. Not quite sure if I can still catch him. He's just flying. And the finish is almost there, so yeah, I think this is gonna be second place only. As I didn't really expect a cross-country race anyway, so we will have to do that again. Maybe I'll do that off screen at some point. I think you saw what it is about. It's not really what I'm here for in terms of, yeah, I just want to do some rally driving in cars that I choose, that I build up, like this Lancer. So I think with that, the episode is probably long enough already, so we'll keep it at this. And I hope that you enjoyed. Let me know what you want to see next, specific cars, specific upgrades that I should put into a car of my choice or your choice. Just let me know what you want to see. There's so many possibilities of cars and upgrades to take for this. Rally is so open and you can take so many different cars. Just let me know what you want to see and I'll try to get to that. But yeah, with that, I would like to thank you a lot for watching. I've been HG Racing and I will hopefully see you in the next one.